Hey, hello everyone. This is Rutik, and today is our 28th day of Finding Job series. So let's start our today's day. As usual, I woke up at 7. After that, I did some exercise, get ready, and sat at my desk. Today, I learn about the JWT and JSON Web Token versus the session ID. Yesterday, we seen about the how cookies are work. So let little bit do some revise, and after that, I start the session. Okay. We know when I open any website, after that our API request goes to the server, and when I click on any other page, then again we hit the new API request. At that time, server think that this is the new user because uh, it doesn't it don't know that this is the same user. That's why we need to pass or we need to save the user details. At that time, cookies comes in a picture. So server gives us one random ID called session ID, which is stored in a cookies. And when user hit any new API request, browser attach that cookies to that API request, and server get that idea. Means server search that random ID in database, and it get idea that this is our current user, this is the user, and we need to send data accordingly. That was the session ID. But let's think, if our app is big and we need to send lots of requests, or we have the lots of server are there. Okay, so when I hit any request, then what happen, that session ID goes to the server through the browser. Okay, and server searching in because there are lots of server, so it's searching in this server, it's not available there in another server. So it's taking lots of time, which is not scalable thing, because it's not remembering the user. It don't have any idea what is who is the user is. It's just know the that random ID which is pointing towards some user, and it saves in server database. So it's finding there, but it's not able to find there because there are lots of server, and it's maybe take lots of time. At that time, JWT, JSON Web Token, comes in picture. So what JWT is, instead of sending session ID, we are means instead of creating session ID or any random ID, we are creating user sign details, means user sign identity. So when server get that user sign identity, it currently means it directly get that who is the user is. Before, what happened, when server get that session ID, server search in his DB and gives the server user's detail. When we use the JWT, then server read the JWT token, and at the time he got that idea he is the user, and we just need to send data. So using JWT, there is no need of finding users in a DB. We have the user's unique detail, which is a user sign that called as a signature. So using the JWT, which is a user signature identity, we say that the problem has been solved because it's too quick and instant, we can say. So for that, we are using the JWT for the large application. In small application, session IDs are fine, but in larger application, we prefer JWT. For JWT, yeah, we use the node and we install the JWT. That is the very simple process. But yeah, here it is the basic about the JWT session IDs. It's like that there is a server need to keep identity of user, so it have a two option, create one session ID or create JWT token. So if our application is smaller, then it creates session ID, which is a random ID, and that session ID stored in cookies. Browser gives us memory in cookies, and if the application is big, so that JWT is stored in cookies. So flow is like cookies have a session ID when we have the smaller application, and if our application is big, so we are using JWT, so cookies have that JWT, JSON Web Token, or shortly we can say that token. So when user hit new request, browser attach that cookies to that API request, and that API request goes to the server. If it's session ID, then a server check it. If it's match, send the user details. If it's JWT or token, while reading that token, server get idea this is our user, send the data that the API request needed. So yeah, JWT is instant, so we prefer JWT most of the time. And after that, after the learning concept, I move on to the DSA part. I complete the queue problem was remaining there, so I complete the queues problem, and also move on to the new concept called the binary search. So currently I am solving problems around the binary search, and after that I had my lunch, and I take a little bit of 20 minutes nap. After that, I go on a walk for 20 minutes, and yeah, after that, I did the project task. A little project task was pending, so I completed that. After that, I applied some jobs and did the communication practice with the chat GPT, and currently recording the session. So yeah, yesterday I give one that screening round. I think they didn't give any result or anything right now, because I think they not considering me due to the concept I didn't know. But yeah, I will learn that concept as well, because I think that was the necessary. We need to know about the how product environment work, the things which is not technical but means it's supporting our product. So we need to learn that concept as well, as we have the 2+ years experience. So yeah, I am learning. Let's see what happen.